Tuesday, my dears. I hope you had a fabulous weekend. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you are new. My name is Emma. I'm so happy you clicked on this video. I hope you like it and will give it a thumbs up and will consider subscribing if you haven't already. Now, let's jump right on in to this week's What's for Dinner video. Our first meal this week, we made biscuits and gravy. I just started by browning up a regular 1 pound roll of Jimmy Dean sausage. Then I added some onion and some garlic powder, some thyme leaves, and some rosemary to the sausage and just let it fry up. Once the sausage and onion had cooked up, I added 3 tablespoons of butter. Once the butter had melted and mixed in with the sausage, I just lightly sprinkled some flour over the top of the sausage. After I had got enough flour all over the sausage, I just stirred it up and let it cook probably for about 15 minutes, just until it was the flour was just dissolved and cooked in with the sausage. Then I preheated my oven to 375 to start cooking the biscuits. You just heat your oven to 375, you place your biscuits on an ungreased cookie sheet, and you bake them for 15 minutes. I told you guys before, I do not like opening these things, so of course I had to have my husband do it for me. Once the biscuits were in the oven and the sausage had cooked with the flour and the flour's all mixed in, I added 1.5 cups of milk slowly. So I did like 1/2 cup and then stirred it up to see if it was a consistency I wanted. And it wasn't, so I added another 1/2 cup to see if it was good. And then I ended up using the whole 1.5 cups here. You just have to keep stirring it in slowly until you get to the consistency that you want your gravy to be. And then once the biscuits were done, I took them out the oven, added the last 1/2 cup of milk, stirred that up, and then just served it up. I've never made biscuits and gravy before, and this was absolutely delicious. There was so many recipes out there though. Some called for more milk, some called for more butter, and I kind of just went half and half, and this really was delicious. I would definitely be making this again. And for tonight's dinner, I just made fish and chips. I had these Van de Kamp's crispy battered fillets in my freezer, and then some of these Red Robin steak fries. And I just cooked it up with some beans and some coleslaw. All you do is put your oven to 450 for the fish, and it cooks for 25 to 30 minutes. The fries, it says 425 for 30 minutes. I just kept my oven at 425 and cooked everything for 30 minutes. Turned out bomb. So that's what I did, and then just cooked up my beans I had left over in my fridge from a previous meal. Cooked those up, and then added some coleslaw on the side. This was probably the ugliest meal, but honestly, some of the ugliest meals are the best. And there it is. And I just had my balsamic vinegar on the side to dip my fries in. Hi, my dears. For tonight's dinner, we are making a California sushi roll bowl. So you start out with some rice that I'm going to cook in my rice cooker. Then I'm going to cut up some of this flaky crab meat and add some avocado and cut up some cucumber and just make a little bowl out of it. I'll show you what it looks like as I prepare it. So I just started by making my regular white rice that I always make and you guys have seen me make many times. So the rice is cooking. I cut up the cucumber and I'm having Anthony cut up the crab and the avocado. Once the rice was done, I just put it into a serving bowl. I tried to make this look as pretty as possible. I put the rice in the serving bowl, then I added the crab meat, and then the diced cucumber, and then the avocado that my husband had sliced for me in there. I actually got this recipe from Tiffany Beeston's YouTube channel, and it just sounded so delicious I had to make it. On hers, she just used regular yum yum sauce, but I couldn't find regular, so I ended up buying this ranch one, and honestly, it was so delicious. I just drizzled that over the top of it, and then I'm sure you all have had California rolls if that's your thing. You get ginger in it, and I really like the ginger with it, so I ended up buying some of this ginger puree and just putting a little squirt of that in there, so when I mixed it up, it would taste really like a California roll. I also purchased these wasabi seaweed wrappers to eat with it and put it in. Oh my gosh, this was absolutely delicious. It was refreshing because everything was, cold, besides the rice, of course. And I definitely will be making this again. Definitely recommend it if you like California rolls. For tonight's dinner, I'm just gonna throw these mild Italian sausages in my crock pot. They're still frozen. I'm just gonna see if they'll come out. If not, I'm just gonna put them under some hot water and then put them in my crock pot. And then with some brown gravy mix, let that cook up for a couple of hours. And I'm just gonna add some onion and some leftover mushrooms that I have. Voila. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do mashed potato or baked potato or ravioli. I'm gonna ask my husband when he gets home from work. I am off today, whoop whoop. So I'm just gonna throw all this in the crock pot, see how it comes together, and I'll show you later. So I just put that all in the crock pot, the sausages, the onion, and the gravy mix on high for 4 hours. When there was an hour left on the crock pot timer, I just added the mushrooms. We decided to have mashed potatoes as our side dish, so basically we're just having bangers and mash. When there was a couple of minutes left before it was done, I tasted the gravy and it tasted a little bit boring. So I added a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of Italian seasoning and then just let that cook up for the remainder of the time left on the crock pot. Once it had cooked, I decided I wanted my sausages a little bit crispy. So I just turned my Ninja Foodie to a broil, cooked it at 450 for 8 minutes. Then I decided to add some cheese and then cook it on broil for 450 for 2 minutes. And then I just served it over the mashed potatoes and delicious. This definitely will be one of my go-to recipes. And my dears, that concludes this week's What's for Dinner video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, please give my video a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed. Also, you can go follow me on Instagram. It's just BizE'mma06. I post over there nearly every day. So I will see you in my next one. Bye guys, have a great week.